What is up, everybody? Thanks for joining me today. It's about 87 out right now. It is a midday scorching hot. We're gonna see what's biting out here. We're starting out with a 1/4 ounce jig head. We got a swimming Super Fluke Junior rig down there. I brought a handful of other baits as well. Fishing's been tough in the area. We had very heavy flooding over the last couple weeks, to the point where you kind of see where that riprap ends and that tree begins. It was up there. It was a bit more so. Some roads were blocked off. Sinkhole opened up. It was pretty intense. So this whole area was basically unfishable. They actually closed it off for the first few days. And I came here a couple times. Didn't have too much luck. Caught a fish here and there, but nothing to write home about. It has been about a week, and the water level is still extremely high. Probably about, I don't know, 6-7 feet higher than normal. But it seems fishable today. Seems a lot better, a lot more active. I can see something other than gar jumping around. See a lot of bait coming through the water, so I got a good feeling about today. Oh, there we go, guys. Good fish. That is reassuring. Doesn't feel huge, but it's something. After the weather we've been having, I'm thankful for. I'm thinking a white. Yeah. And probably one of the last we're gonna catch this year. It's about that time that they're really phasing out. They're starting to get less and less common. We'll see them around December-ish again, maybe November. Beautiful fish. Thanks for being our first one, buddy. Those white bass are a ton of fun to catch, and they're very seasonal in my area. We have some of the best white bass fishing in the world off the Cumberland in my region here in Tennessee. Unfortunately, they're really heavy through maybe late October, towards about where we are right now in May, and then they really phase out. I'm actually kind of surprised we caught one. Kind of migrate out of the area, and they'll be back next year for a ton of fun. They'll keep you going through the winter here. Alright, so a little success on the paddle tail. We're gonna flick that old tube around. Look at those ducks. See if they're interested in this. Just kind of feeling out that bite right now. Barely have any line on this reel. Didn't notice that. It was extremely loud as well. Oh my goodness. All right, we're on. What do we got? A drum. Oh, that's different. It's fighting like a drum. Well, I kind of take that back. It's rising up. I don't know what this is. I got 8 pound on, and it's putting up a somewhat decent fight. Yeah, that's a drum. And a decent one. How about that? Maybe a tube is the way today. Come on in, buddy. Give it up. Don't break me off, please. There we go. Yeah, that is a decent drum. I know some of y'all call them croakers. Call them gas reviews. I think that's a East thing, East Coast type deal. I had a buddy call them that. Well, there you have it, guys. A decent sized drum. First cast at that tube. Took it while I was hardly paying attention. Kind of talking about my reel there. Beautiful fish. Well, I call a fish beautiful. I don't know if it's the most aesthetically pleasing to majority of people, but good looking fish. For me, I appreciate them. They put up one heck of a fight, as y'all saw. Well, thank you, buddy. Off he goes. So that tube shot right out of there. Happens a lot with these baits. They're not the most durable. These are a little better than a lot of other tubes I've fished with. They're the Strike Kings. 2.75 inch tubes, my favorite, with a 1/8 ounce tube head jig, but I'm just gonna load up another one. I pre-rig them because sometimes it's kind of a pain in the butt to squeeze that jig head in while you're burning hot in this 87 degrees weather out here fishing, dehydrating and stuff. So I'm just gonna tie another one on up my back. We're gonna chuck this tube in again. See if we can have similar results. I want to say I cast it right about there. Yeah, we're on again. How cool is that, man? This one feels like a bass. I just love figuring out that bite. Oh no, crappie. Crappie love the tubes, man. Oh, pretty little one. Good looking fish. A little back-to-back action on that bait. It's funny, man. I cast around that old paddle tail for, you know, a good 15 minutes, caught that singular fish, and now we're back-to-back and on the tube. Could be that slower fall rate that was on the quarter rounds. Could just be the size of the bait. Yeah, another one. This one feels pretty decent. How about that? And a bass. Red eye spot. That's 3 back-to-back on the tube. What a day. I'm glad I came out. I almost didn't because it's so hot out. I was going to wait till tomorrow morning, but I figured. Pretty one. Look at that red eye. We have such a strong red eye genetic here. Thanks, buddy. Oh. Alright, well, we caught some nice fish here at this first little spot. I'm fixing to jump just maybe 20-30 feet over there onto that bank. That's where we're pulling these fish off of. I think if I work it with the fluke or the tube, I might be able to catch some other ones. Make the best out of this day before I call it. Yeah, so the water was like up to here, up to that little tree line almost, over all this stuff. That's how deep it got, how flooded our area was. Kind of see all the muck and mud on these rocks that we're walking down. Really stirred stuff up. It was interesting to fish, but not as productive as I thought it would be. And I suppose we'll start out with our tube, since that's what's been working. I'll work my way onto that fluke. There we go, nice fish. Really, you don't feel that bad? My drag's fairly loose right now. It feels like a drum. Maybe a white bass. That's a drum. It's gotta be a drum. Come on in. Yep, nice big old drum. So the drum are certainly out. These fish do love this heat. I'll come out here on nearly 100-degree days and mainly catch drum, catch a couple of little tiny bass. But man, he's like this. He's about the same size as the last one. He or she. Kind of a chunky one. Yeah, they're definitely out, the drum. Yeah, my thoughts too. It's a nice drum, guys. Absolutely gorgeous.